big match this weekend because I tell you what, Wrexham is going into Bermondsey. Bermondsey, yes. Bermondsey was where, or the Isle of Dogs area was originally where Millwall were formed, but we're talking Wrexham, we're talking Millwall. We're talking a big match this weekend. Two teams in two different areas. Millwall in 8th, Wrexham in 19th. Wrexham have got to get points, and the team literally recently has been playing such good football. I got to tell you, but welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. If you're there, let us know. Drop a line, and hey, we'll get to you as soon as possible. But welcome in anywhere around the world. Like I say, it's the pre-game. Millwall, Wrexham, 18th taking on 9th. And Wrexham, the record, 0-1-2. No wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. 5 goals scored, though. They're scoring, but they're also conceding. 7 conceded, -2 for 1 point in 19th. Millwall, on the other hand, started very well. Now, you've got to understand, Millwall is a top championship team. And they've been around for quite a few years. And we're going to touch Millwall later in the show. We'll tell you all about them. But the record, 2-0-1, 2 wins, no draws, 1 loss, 3 goals scored. Very tight ship. Only 3 goals scored. 4 conceded, -1. They're in 8th, but they got 6 points. And they're looking for 9 this weekend to keep them up there. If you look at Millwall over the past few seasons, the last 8 seasons, they've been in the championship. The average position, you could say, would be about 8th. Where are they now? 8th. So it looks like Millwall is right on par for another good season at the Den. I've got to say, betting odds before we go anywhere. But welcome in. Drop yourselves in the chat. Drop a comment. Welcome in. Like, subscribe. Join the family. Get ready for the watch-along. It's going to be posted after this, but we're doing the watch-along again this weekend. But for the betting fans out there, as we get into this, you got to say Millwall, favourites to win, 17-20. If you're a betting person, 17-20, then pretty miserable odds, I tell you now. That's pretty miserable. The draw is 5-2, and Wrexham's odds of winning 16-5. So that's like close to 3-1, if you really want to say it. 3-1 on for Wrexham to win. So both teams looking like they have chances to win it. Millwall is the favourite, and the draw is 5-2 on. But remember, please use the chat. Please like and subscribe, and let's push. We've got a target of 2,500 members in the family. You're not a subscriber. You're a family member. And I've got an email coming up from Calamity Jana, and that really does signify how I run the channel as a host, but how you are the important part of the channel. We're all the same. I'm just the guy that leads the charge, I guess, but we're all in the same family. You're not a subscriber in this channel. I ask you to subscribe to the family, but you're a family member. Always remember that. And when you get to Calamity Jana's email coming up very soon, you'll realize why. We're talking about club news. Callum Doyle. Now, midweek, did you watch the match against Preston in the EFL Carling Cup, the Caribou Cup? If you did, great. If you didn't, no problem. It's a cup game. 3-2, we win. I'm going to give you the details. I'm going to give you the details as we get through there. But Callum Doyle is where we're going to start. Now, I watched the game, and I was watching the game chiefly to see what Callum was doing. On here is everything I picked up about Callum Doyle. I'm going to read it off to you right now, what I thought about Callum's game. But before we get into there, he's only 21. He's only 21. By the time I get through this, you'll think he was 51 and the most experienced guy in the world. Starting from the top, tackles on the money. Tackling was fantastic on the game. Interceptions, he reads the play so well. He intercepts beautiful. First touch on the ball, exceptional. He's a Premier League first touch player. He's not Championship. This guy has got touch. When that ball comes in, it's controlled. And the passing is always firm into feet, exclusively into feet, but firm passing. He doesn't soft touch it. He gives you the ball into feet, and you better be ready to take it. But he's an absolute veteran in a kid's body. Free kicks, I'll tell you what, he was very good on the free kick line as well. Kept the line good, watched his man, read the play, not a problem there. Passing, like I say, hard and firm. Short, no problem. Long, even better. We'll get to that. I'll tell you now. First goal of the night for Wrexham was an assist by Callum Doyle. A ball of about, I'd say, 25 to 30 yards through 5 defenders into the penalty area where Hardy collects it first time, spins, and puts in the worldie on 11 minutes. Callum Doyle, first game, 11 minutes in, he gets an assist. That's how good he is. He's only 21. I'm carrying on. I say, the assist factor, I want to stay with that for a second. The assist factor, look for that as we go through the season. Also, Phil Parkinson, basically, I mean, I'm saying Callum Doyle was brilliant on the night. Phil Parkinson said exactly the same, that his play was exemplary. And he's a big guy. And he doesn't look like a kid. He looks like a veteran. And sounding out the final notes here, this is what I said in context to Callum Doyle on the night. Reads the play, uses the body really well. Like, he's strong, but he uses the body well. He'll shield you off the ball. He'll shield you away from the keeper if you're coming in close. All sorts of things, but he uses the body really well. Shields the ball well, like I said. Great positional sense. That's another thing. He's got great positional sense. And forward passes spot on. All night long, all the passes were spot on. His passing, like I say, you got a guy that's 99% on the passing, absolutely. And I'd say, finally, I said this on the last show about Callum Doyle. And I'll say it for the final time. And I won't say it again. He plays like a veteran. He's absolutely thicking on. That's 40% of the squad. Yeah. 40% of the squad. We're a different team. We're a different squad. And the signs, I've got to say, the signs are positive, okay? Yes, we're still looking for the first win in the league, and I know you are. I am too. But the signs are positive that the team is gelling slowly, but it is gelling. You don't score goals if you're not gelling. You don't play like we have in the last few matches and get gelling. So the signs are positive. We just need to give it a little bit more time. And remember, the last few seasons, we haven't started fantastically well. We've built through the season. We've charged through the season, and we've finished like a thunderbolt. So look for the form to continue as it is slightly, but also for it to improve slowly over time. I'm taking you over the next 5 matches. The next 5 matches was where we want to get going. Now, I'm telling you this soon. The form will show itself very soon, and there's no time to panic. There is literally no time to panic on this one. We're so early in the season. It begs to ask a question to certain fans out there. I'm not going to mention anybody, not in this family, but out there. What are you expecting? Really, what were you expecting? This is the toughest league next to the Premier League in the UK. We've gone 3 leagues, like you know. This is the toughest league we're going to be in the last 4 years. It's a given. It's a total given. But what were some people expecting? Were they expecting Wrexham to walk in and win, draw, win? It isn't going to be like that. We both know that. So take it from me. Them people that really thought, hey, we should be doing better, I don't think you really see the bigger picture. Now, looking at the next 5 matches, this is where I want to take you right now, on the board with you right now. Next 5 matches. Millwall, obviously, up next in 8th. A championship team and a veteran championship team, and they always do well. And they can beat the big guys on their best of days. And I tell you, the Den has had some famous victories over the years, not just the old Den. We're going to get to some history as well. Keep for that, Millwall fans and Wrexham fans worldwide. You'll feel a bit about the Millwall at the old Den and the new Den. But you got to say, Millwall coming up next is a toughie. It's on the road. Then you've got September 13th, Queen's Park Rangers at home. That is a relegation battle. As we look at it right now, that's the game we need to win. Definitely need to win. That's a 6-point game with QPR right now, down at the bottom of the table. When they come along to the Kairas, September 13th, we need 3 points. September 20th, Norwich City on the road. Not an easy place to go. And little Sargent, the American forward there. I like what Sargent brings for Norwich, and I have done for a few seasons, and I can't understand why he's not on a bigger team. And he always brings the goals, and he always brings vitality into play. We got to watch out for Sargent. Remember, Sargent, the American, Norwich. If he's on the park, we got problems. We got to take care of him because he's so industrious and so creative, and he can score goals. Norwich. That's on the 20th. On the 27th, Derby County at the Kairas. Another relegation battle that we have to perform in, have to pick up 3 points. Have to pick up 3 points. When you're going against bottom feeders, you got to win, because if you lose, it's like a 6-pointer. It really hurts. So that's the game we got to watch out for. September the 30th is then Luton Town. Sorry, Leicester City, sorry. September the 30th is Leicester City. Luton is in the writing, sorry. And that's away. We've got to get points, and matches matter in the situation where those bottom games, QPR, Derby County, relegation battle matches right now. Because if you look at the stats and look at the standings, that's what it tells you. If it was the last game of the season, it would still be a relegation battle. So we are in a relegation battle per se, purely by the standings and purely by the teams we're going up against in the next 5 matches. I'm going to ring them off one more time, though. Millwall up next on the road, yeah? QPR at home, Norwich away, Derby at home, Leicester away. I tell you, it's not going to be easy, guys. But those are the 5 games. I'm going to bring you into now the stats and standings. We're going to go for the big scorers on the day. And hopefully, just one second, guys. We're going to get into the right screen. Just one moment. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Talking top scorers now and the assist kings. And we'll talk about yellow cards, red cards. Let you know who's the bad boys, who's the good boys. But talking in top scorers on 3 goals. And there's a few of them. You've got Carlton Morris, Derby County. Haji Wright, the American, over at Coventry. Isaac Price at West Brom. Josh Sargent at Norwich City. Osmich at Preston. Twine, Bristol City. And Torp at Coventry City. I tell you, all those guys on 3 goals. Nothing in between them. On the assist categories, top assisters on the league. Coventry's Avik, he's got 3. Stoke City's Thomas, he's got 3. Top assisters are those 2 so far in the league. The rest following in have 2 assists each. Kunas at Leicester City, Thomas Asante at Coventry, Johnson at West Brom, Whitaker at Middlesbrough, and Ollie McBurney, well-travelled Ollie McBurney at Hull City. Yellow cards, if you want to know, we're going to tell you. Josh Swift, ain't so swift, 3 yellow cards in 3 games. Andrew Hughes, Matuisha, Samuel, Rushworth, Ogilvie, Taylor, and Barr all on 2. And red cards, you might not believe this, but it is true. You know the guy that tormented us last match? Barry Bannon. Crucified us all game long. Why we didn't put a man on him? You know, the old German man marking. Wherever Barry goes, your man marker goes. We didn't do it. Let Barry have free hand, and he demolished us in that draw. But Barry Bannon has been sent off once this season already. That was the first game of the season. Sheffield Wednesday, obviously. Daniel Furlong from West Brom. Divin Mbaba from Stoke City. Imran Louza from Watford. Or you could say Louza. But it spells loser. Anyway, and Jacob Wright, having fun. Jacob Wright, Norwich City, also in with the red card club. So there you go. There's your red card, guys, all the way through. I'm going to bring you back into the state of things. There we go. Thank you very much. Now, I want to take you to an email. This is family coming through. I want to take you to an email. This is really fun. Midweek, I'm looking at the emails, and this was like, which ones should I set up? Because I get a lot of emails from you guys. So please keep sending the emails. FIFAscup@gmail.com. Anytime you like. FIFAscup@gmail.com. FIFASCUP@gmail.com. Any topic, any question, you want to pay me $1 million, send me a number, and we'll get into it. But emails come in frequently, and I pick one out each show now. So send them in. You may well see your email get into Ultimate Soccer on the show. But this one comes in from Calamity Jana. Jana, how you doing? I'm going to start this off. Last weekend, the match, the watch-along, I set everything up beautifully. And when I started the screen, like I'm looking right now, I can see everything behind me in true color. Last weekend, I could see that red line. You see that red line that runs along there? Red line there, and the red ball over here. I'll just use my other hand. And the red ball there. That's all I could see was the 2 red blips. Everything else was black. And I'm looking at it going, well, this is not good for business. So I don't panic. You don't see me panic. When you know technology, you don't need to. When you know your game, you don't need to. You just take it easy and you get there. Anywho, it's dark. So I'm saying to myself, good. I killed it off, brought it back up. All the lights and whistles, still dark screen. So I killed it completely. And I let you all know I'm going to bring up a new link straight away. Wait there. It's coming. So I did. Yada, yada. Long story short, I got the screen looking like it is right now, like you're seeing. It wasn't blacked out. I could see me and everybody else could see me, and we were rolling in the show, yeah? Then I get an email from Calamity Jana, and Jana writes so that you can explain to you now. You'll understand what happened. So I say, got it fixed, but no idea why it happened. That's obviously after I got the screen back up, yeah? All was connected with the setup. Calamity Jana answers, I kept trying to restart my iPad and find you, but wasn't able to. Watched another live commentary where I mostly feel invisible. 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 You're not invisible here. You're the main part of the show. I'm just the guy directing traffic, having fun with you. I read and continue, where I mostly feel invisible. Hopefully, I'll see you next game where I feel part of the group, because that's what you are. You're part of the family. And as I said on the head of this channel is about us, not me, us. And us is what it's about. I'll see you next game where I feel part of the group. I watch on Paramount, so I don't actually need commentary, but I like to be part of the community. You do a great job at fostering that. I write, please do. She's going to watch again. I'm like, please do. I really love the comment. Watched another live commentary where I mostly feel invisible. That's what I'm saying. I loved her comment where she says, I feel mostly invisible. I digress. That is the reason why I call everyone the family. You are. It's not no BS. It's not no candy-coated garbage. You're the family. We're the family. We're all together. We're all connected. And when you hit the chat, I know who you are. Remember? I do. This is the reason why I call everyone the family. We are all important, and when a host takes no time for the guests, it shows. This channel is about all of us, not me. Come back for the next pregame versus Millwall Friday and the watch-along Saturday. Great to hear from you again. Cheers. And then finally, Calamity Jana. Jana says, you hit the nail on the head, Stevie. I'll see you and the family for Millwall next time. I'll wear my glasses to reduce my typos. I appreciate the reply. I appreciate you, Jana. I really appreciate all of you in there, because we're family. And it's not no BS. We are family. We are connected. And that is that. I'm telling you. Now, Preston, midweek. Doesn't stop. We've got some stats coming in from the midweek game just to let you know how we did. And I tell you what, there's good things coming with Wrexham right now. Big up to all of you. Drop a chat anytime. Drop a question anytime. Or keep listening if you're at work, and keep enjoying your day and get ready for the big match for Millwall. But Preston, 3-2. A late goal. Kiefer Moore, one more time. Beautiful late goal. Now it starts off, you got a worldie from Hardy. That's the first goal for Wrexham, and it was a great ball from Callum Doyle down the line, deep into the box. It was a perfect ball. Number one assist for Callum Doyle, like I said. 11 minutes in, we tie up one apiece. On 59, Harry Ashfield, a superstar 19-year-old, gets his first big goal for Wrexham, jumps to the fans. He's loving the moment. Yes, come on. Wrexham's one of our own, born-bred Wrexham lad. I tell you, score for your home team like that. Tell me what's better. Tell me what's better. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. And then finally, Kiefer gets that winner on 90+2. Hey, goalkeeper, if you're going to catch that ball and bounce it off someone's head right in front of your goal, don't look at the referee. Don't look at the linesman. Look at yourself. Bozo mistake. I mean, you clutch the ball, raise it over the head, and you fall on the floor. Bounces it off Kiefer's head. Kiefer can't believe his luck. It's right in front of him. Taps it in the goal. Beautiful. Fantastic. In it goes. I'm going to go you through starting images because it has some relevance to what we're going to see on this weekend. Starting lineups. And I got some news about EFL Cup as well. And I got news about where we were 1978 in the league. I got the standings. I'm going to bring them off to you as well. Question to you after this as well. But we're going into the lineups first of all. Arthur starts in goal. Doyley's on the left. Doesn't play Brunty on the left. He plays Doyley to see what he's got. 60 minutes. That's all Callum Doyle has on the night. Parkinson is just raving about this kid and the performance, yeah? Scar and Econal on the back line. Midfield, Mendy hasn't seen many games, has he, eh? Nice for Mendy. Elliot Lee gets to start. Georgie Evans gets to start. Harry Ashfield gets to start, scores as well. And Ryan Barnett starts. Doesn't come from the bench. Sammy Smith up front and Ryan Hardy gets the goal. Sam Smith already scored this season. I'm kind of like watching Sam Smith go into a bit of a limbo situation. He's literally was our big guy, is not our big guy, is one of the forwards, and goal already. It's going to be interesting to see where Sam Smith finishes this season. Substitutes on the night, though. This is where it matters. 5, not 3. He uses 5 substitutes on the night. In comes Ryan Longman, Lewis O'Brien, Kiefer Moore, George Dobson. And finally, number 3, Lewis Brunt comes in and replaces Callum Doyle. 60 minutes in, like I say, that's what Callum got. There's something else I want to show you as well. Possession on the stats, yeah? 3-2 on the night, Wrexham. Stats on the night. 14 shots for Preston, 6 on target. 11 Wrexham, only 3 on target. 3 on target, 3 in the back of the net. I'll go with that every game. Give me 11 and 3 every game. As long as we're scoring 3 goals, I'll love it. Percentage even game, and it was a decent even game. Nobody bossed it completely, but let's face it, both teams had shares of pressure, and both teams could have won this. Literally. I mean, don't forget, Preston hit the woodwork as well. 456 passes to 402, 7 fouls to 10 in favour of Wrexham, 10. 1 yellow card each, and you've got to say 6 corners to 5 on the night. It was a very interesting game, and I tell you, moving it to round 3. We will be moving it to round 4 should we get the win. Moving it to round 3, it's Reading, and that's September 15th to the 22nd. In that week is when that game will be played. Before we move anywhere, I brought this up just for an interest's sakes, and I know you'll probably love it. But the standings back there in 1978, where do you think we finished? Have a quick thought in your head. Have a quick thought, just a quick thought. And back then, they did not play 46 matches. It was a 42 league system. There wasn't 24 clubs. There was only 22 clubs. And that was back in the old style football league, yeah? So back in 1978, first season, back in the big teams league, championship, because we didn't have the premiership back then. But the championship has always been big teams league. It's where I'd say that's the best English Welsh league right now in Britain. Premiership, it's full of international superstars. It's wonderful. But your best homegrown league is the championship for Welsh and for English clubs. Hands down, it's the best place to be. You have a chance to survive. Back in 1978, we finished 15th. Yeah. 15th. How many wins? What do you think? 42 matches. How many wins do you think we had? We had 12 wins, 14 draws, and 16 losses. We scored 45 goals, conceded 42. We conceded 1 goal per match, and just over, slightly, by a Nats knacker, 1 goal per match scoring. But yes, 15th, and I tell you, I'd be quite happy if we finished 15th this season as well. I would not be against that at all. Not at all. But you've seen the stats. You've seen the Caribou Cup. And the Caribou Cup, I'm going to say as well, there's something I want to bring up from the Caribou Cup one more time, guys. Give me a second. Here we go. Thank you. Wrexham AFC will play, just to read this off, Wrexham AFC will play Reading in the Caribou Cup. Like I say, the following draw has met Reading and Wrexham between the 15th and the 22nd. I just wanted to make sure I got that completely correct, guys. I didn't want to give you the wrong dates. 15th to the 22nd of September is when that is going to come forward. Now, versus Millwall, just a couple of points versus Millwall this weekend. Let me have a swig. And I hope you're doing good wherever you are. And remember, like, subscribe, join the family. Get in here. I'm going to announce the watch-along straight after this. I'm going to put the watch-along link up on at Ultimate Soccer Show so you can get into this. But versus Millwall, couple of points. I've said the squad has 10 new additions, which is 40% of a new team, new squad, new club, new anything. You got to get them guys to come together slowly but surely, and we can see now that it seems to be getting better, but we're always changing up the team. So what am I saying? No matter who plays, it's time for resistance in defense. From now till the end of the season, we have got to become resistant as a team in defense right across the field. And that includes the forwards. Team defense is from top to bottom. That's always the way. It's always been that way. It's never going to be any other way. And all good teams are built on defense. Let's face it. The last 4 seasons, Wrexham, literally, you can say we're banging in the goals and we're playing attractive football, attractive soccer. But you've got to have great defense, attractive soccer. But you've got to have great defense. In the last 4 years, we had great defense. The quicker substitutions as well, moving forward, quicker substitutions is what we need. The 60-minute angle is what we are asking for. Bring it to 60 minutes, and that is going to be perfect. I'm just going to knock this off, guys. There's something on the screen. Thank you. Whew, getting that away. Don't need that on there. That'll certainly take my attention away from this. But I'm saying 60-minute substitutions would help a lot. Phil, now's the time that Phil needs to realize quicker substitutions keeps the team in the game. I know Phil knows what he's doing. Finally, as I'll say this much, going to Millwall. You might not like this, but my take is that a point is a good point at Millwall. Literally, if we can go there, grab a point, I'll be quite happy with that. If we can steal a win, beautiful. But we're going into the Lions' Den. It's not going to be easy. And as I say, if we can grab a point out of that, I'll be quite happy. And a point is a good thing. But we got to protect the point, which means from the first kick of the game to the last kick of the game, we're sitting on a point as long as we don't get scored. And you know that. But we have to protect the draw. Protecting the draw gives us a chance to maybe have a breakaway or a late winner and come away with 3 points. But we've got to protect the draw. And defending, we've got to bring a top defending, team defending performance this weekend. September 1st. Are we going to bring any more in? Are we going to bring any more in? Well, there's possibly one guy that we might bring in. James over at Rennes in France, Welsh defender. Looks like there's speculative talk about being interested in him. Parky's also gone out and said there's no imminent business to be done. So don't be looking for James from Rennes in France to come anytime soon. Maybe they're lining him up for January. Who knows? But when you have a player over in Europe and there's speculation that you may well be interested in buying him, maybe that's something for the future. Look for January. But right now, I think it may well be a freight train too fast to catch to get James from Rennes into the Wrexham team. And remember, he's a Welsh international. James. Talking to impact players, this is for the benefit of you Millwall fans. If you're talking about Wrexham impact players, you've got to go right across the line. You're looking at the forwards. Obviously, Kiefer Moore's come in, doing very well, settled very fast. He's one of the few that's settled and is doing very well. And that comes against speculation from people saying, oh, he's already over the hill. He's not going to bring that kind of form. What are you thinking? Yada, yada, yada. No, Kiefer Moore has come in and has settled very well. Ryan Hardy, for the limited time that he's had, he's settled well too. Goal in the bag, the worldie the other night. Tell you what, that's enough to make anybody fear what he could do next. Sam Smith, another danger player. Yeah, all these are forwards that I'm listing off for the Millwall fans right now. All forwards. Smithy, another danger player. Yeah, there's obviously a whole row of forwards that Wrexham have. They can get it done. The midfield is the interesting factor. Very interesting. Danger men in the midfield. You got to say Ryan Barnett, Ryan Longman, both on the wing side play. Right side, normally. You can play both sides, though. And if he sets them up, him being Phil Parkinson, if he does set Longman on the left, Barnett on the right, that would be a surprise. But they're both capable of switching sides, as they have since they've played with Wrexham. Defending, you got to say stalwart defending. Cody may not have the pace, but reads the game well. Callum Doyle, as you saw midweek, big player. He may well be the guy that upsets Lewis Brunt out of his left-sided defensive position, which forces the Brunt then into midfield and brings more legs into the middle. And on the right side, young man Cleworth doing very well too. And in net, you got Ward, Welsh international, and Arthur Okonkwo, ex-Arsenal as well. There's a few players for the Millwall fans. Just to let you know, there's lots and lots of players that can take care of business, and they really can. They really can. Going to take a look at Millwall and a few things to tell you before we do. The story of going to the Den. Years ago, it was the old Den in the Isle of Dogs. Yes. Now it's the new Den. When you used to go to the old Den, it was a scary place to go. It was literally, you have to say they were there from 1910 to 1993. 83 years Millwall played at the old Den. And nobody, I tell you now, nobody enjoyed going there. They have their local rivals, West Ham. And West Ham Millwall time at the old Upton Park or at their new stadium, yeah, either at the old Den or the new Den. It doesn't matter. They are bitter rivals. And back in the day, the hooliganism used to go overboard where there wasn't enough police to contain the trouble. And I can tell you once, Millwall visited Chelsea in a match that I went to as a kid. And I was only a young kid. I was probably like 12, 13. But I was amazed with the line of buses of Millwall fans near to Chelsea's ground. And I'll tell you now, it was nothing but probably the most hardened hooligans in that core at Millwall at the time and at Chelsea at the time. And when the off came, when they started to fight, you needed to get out of the way quick because it was absolute brutality. So going to the Den in the olden days was a scary place to go. The new Den is a different story. They still have their, what you would say, their traditional feel of toughness in the Millwall fans, but it's more of a civilized situation nowadays. When you go to the new Den, there's no need to be worried. It's a beautiful stadium, really is. They listed at 20,000, but you get about 18,000 seated inside because of ground restraints, measurements, policing, etc. So they contain it. But it's a lovely stadium. You'll have a great time there. You'll have great vision all around. Beautiful park. The field is lovely. I called it a field, like you want me to call it a pitch. And I'm going to bring that point. We call it a field or a pitch wherever we're from. If it annoys you, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. It's just a word. And you know who I'm talking to. I'm just having a laugh. But I'm saying this much. They built their name from 1910 to 1993, and they've been promoted 11 times and relegated 9 times in that time. 11 and 9. Pretty amazing. Eh? But I say the last seasons, they're a championship team. They're going to be tough to break down. They've been building this club for years and years and years. And it's a complete club. Millwall back in the olden days, you never knew really what you were going to get. Even their fans would say they weren't sure of the result each week. Nowadays, Millwall, top team. If you want to know who their rivals are, right now I told you one of them, West Ham is the biggest rival, and that's where all the hooligans would congregate. And boy, oh boy, they were tough people. Man, oh man, you didn't want to get into that. And obviously, South London rivals as well. Charlton and Crystal Palace, not in the same fever as West Ham Millwall, but nonetheless, they still are rivals. And trouble did happen over the years. Just give me 1 second. Alex Neil is the coach. He's 44. It's been around. On a number of teams. I'm going to read these teams off because I tell you what, Alex Neil has fostered a couple of teams like Norwich City back in the day, Stoke City back in the day, and things really didn't go too well. And you could see the strain on the poor man's face, and he was doing the best he could. But I tell you what, Alex Neil, over the years, started at Hamilton Academicals. He's got a great record. I had to write it down because it's too much for this little brain to contend with. And I mean, it's too much to contend with. Alex Neil, I'm going to read you his numbers. But so far, he's been there since December 30th, 2024. And his record is 31 matches, 17 wins, 4 draws, 10 losses for 54.84% winning record. 54% winning record. Phil is 61%. 54, 61. That's up there. That is up there. But I'm going to read off the rest of his numbers, yeah? 2013 to 2015, manager, like I said, at Hamilton Academicals in Scotland. He did very well, 54%. 2015, manager, like I said, at Hamilton Academicals in Scotland. He did very well, 54%. 2015 to 2017, like I said, he was with Norwich City, 41%. 2017 to 2021, Preston North End. 2022, Sunderland, 33%. 2022, Sunderland, 50%. That's not bad. 2023, Stoke City, 33%. Bit of a dip. And like I say, the Norwich and the Stoke was where Alex Neil was really under pressure. You could see the strain on his eyes. It looked like he was going to crack on the sideline. Then finally, he's with Millwall and 54%. So looking at the numbers, you could say he's literally high 40s average. And again, Phil's 61%. So you got to think there is a time here where Phil has got another coach coming up against him that knows what he's doing. Now, we're going to look at Millwall, and I wanted to bring in a story about Millwall. The teams that I've talked to you so far this pre-season, I've told you about the trades. There's a reason why I tell you about the trades and all the business in a quick fashion mode. Simply to let you know how that team has operated since the last kick of the game last season to the start of the season. The business that they do in between the seasons lets you know how solid, how organized this club is. Because some teams, when you make wholesale changes, it's not going to be a settled boat when you come back in. Looking at Millwall, six in order, bringing in, and they've spent money very wisely. Max McCrone from Burton Albion, free. Josh Coburn from Middlesbrough, 5 million. Coburn's one for the future. He's one for the future. Centre forward. He scores goals. No matter where he goes, he scores goals. I'll let you know. I'm going to tell you exactly. Because this kid, like I say, 22 now, but goals. Middlesbrough played 46 matches with Middlesbrough in this league. Scored 10 goals. For a young man, that's top draw. Alona, in between. Alona over at Bristol Rovers, 35 matches, 10 goals. Not bad. Millwall on loan last year, plays 20 matches, gets 5 goals. Still not bad. Still not bad. And off that, Millwall said, you know what? We'll bring this kid to town. So Millwall have picked him up, 5 million. And I tell you, it's a good deal. It is a good deal because I don't see that can go wrong for him. I really don't. So 5 million is what he's got. Then you got Zach Sturg from Chelsea, undisclosed. Massimo Luongo from Ipswich Town. That was a free transfer. Alfie Doty from Luton Town. There's the Luton coming through, undisclosed. And Joel Coleman, Bolton Wanderers, free. 6 guys coming in. So they really didn't change up the squad a lot, yeah? So the rest of their squad members, the family of Millwall, they know each other. They're happy. Only 6 guys coming in. It's not such a rock of the boat. It's easy to streamline 6 guys in. Think about 10 for Wrexham. It's a different story. It really is a different story. Going out, only 2 guys left. Fleming went to Burnley, and that was a good piece of business. That's 7 million. And Tanganga went to Sheffield United, 7.5 million. Great business. 14 million coming in, only 5 million going out. 9 million stays with the club. Smart business. And they're in 8th in the league. A seasoned championship team. 1 loaned in, that was Stephen Bender from Fulham, and 1 loaned out, Alfie Massey over to Wealdstone, and 19 players released out of contract. 19. So big business by Millwall getting ready for this season. And into the new contract, I'm just going to say 3 guys got new contracts in this season. Pre-season. Very good pre-season. Very good pre-season. We're in for it. First pre-season game, a 1-0 loss away at Crystal Palace. Then a 3-0 win at home to Northampton Town. Elche on the road. Millwall lose 2-1. That's a great result at Elche on the road in Europe. And then AFC Wimbledon away, 3-0 win. Bromley away, a 2-1 win. Sutton United away, a 6-2 win. 6-2 away from home. And Millwall at home to Estoril Praia, Portuguese club, 3-0 winners. They've done very well. Into the League Cup, they're doing fine as well. And league so far, the teams they played in the league so far. Norwich City at home, they win. Sorry, Norwich City at Norwich on the road. They win 2-1. That's a big result. Bit of a nosebleed in the next game, but it's Middlesbrough, yeah? Middlesbrough win 3-0 at the Den. The Millwall home opener of the season. Millwall lose 3-0. Could it happen again? It probably can. But Middlesbrough in hard, 3-0. Winning. And then the last game again, Sheffield United away from home. They win 1-0 on the road. Into the EFL Cup. They're doing pretty good, and it's going to be a big match next time around. But first round, Newport County away. Millwall win 1-0. Millwall are doing very well on the road. They seem very comfortable at picking results up away from the Den. And then finally, next round, second round against Coventry City, they win 2-1. Don't be misled. Taking out Frank Lampard's Coventry City is not an easy thing. Frank Lampard's got something going at Coventry City. He really has. He really has. Don't forget, they beat QPR 7-1 the week before. And then they go and lose to Millwall in the EFL Cup. It's going to be an interesting season. There's no doubt about it. But that's what I'm looking at Millwall. There's a host of games that they've been in recently where passing, possession, strong defending, toughness is literally all in there. We're going up against a team that knows how to get it done. Yes, they do lose on their day. Yes, they do win on their day. But one thing they will give you is a match. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. So there you go. That's what I'm saying. We're finally through there to the end. I got one big question for you. One big question. It's been on my mind for a little while. Let me have a drink. But I like to put glossaries and all the addition of stats and stuff in the picture with every pregame. My question to you, anytime you like, is do you want a pre-recorded pregame with all the glossary in there, or do you prefer it where you can interact live? Simple question, because I will react of what you say. If you want it to be pre-recorded with all the glossaries, then I'll do that. But I love to do this because it leaves it wide open and literally wide open with you in the chat. So make a comment, ask a question, or steer the show which way you want it to go. But the match thoughts are this. There's two teams in different form. Two teams basically at the different end of the league. Come the end of this season, it's going to be interesting to see where both go. I got a feeling Millwall's in for a decent season again. And only excellence gets them into the playoffs. Wrexham now, chance for the first win. Could it be the first win away from home? First win on the season? Or as I say, a point is a good point at the Den. We'll have to see what the lineup is. Does Phil bring the right lineup? Does Phil make the tactical substitutions at the right time? Do we play a great road game? Literally, the form is coming up and up and up and up. And you can see we're getting closer to a league victory. The EFL Cup, I will say this, is a great cup to utilize to get us into form. And if you look at the way we're going through the EFL Cup matches, yes, we're not using the same team. We're literally rotating the squad, if you would like to say it. But wins register. Confidence is about wins. Results make you happy. Confidence is about being happy on the ball. We get a result on the weekend, we can start being happy in our lives, knowing that the fact is that the form is moving up. People are absolutely excelling in their positions. The new guys that are coming in are slowly bringing it up. The latest addition, Callum Doyle, midweek was absolutely phenomenal. Kiefer Moore's doing great upstairs. O'Brien in the middle is coming big every game. I could go on and on about the new guys, but the signs are good. We need a breakout match. This weekend needs to be a breakout match where everybody goes for it, literally goes for it. But remember, above all, we've got to protect the draw. A draw at the Den against Millwall is definitely a big result. Millwall are favourite. Wrexham are desperate for points, and we're desperate for the first win. Wrexham have to withstand a massive onslaught from the Lions' attack. It's going to come the first 15 minutes. They're going to try and pop our net with a goal and take the game and command the game. And I tell you, there are moments at the Den where Millwall are very impressive. They switch the ball left and right. They don't panic in defense. They like the possession game. They're tough as nuts. They've got good defending, is what I'm saying, but they can also break out. And remember, 3 goals on the season, which is what they scored, 4 against. They're stingy, but they do have a leak once in a while. We need to be there, ready to excel when the chance presents itself. And in this match especially, we have to score when in front of net, when the chance produces itself. If we don't take opportunities, it'll be another West Brom. And it might be by that scoreline. It might be by that scoreline. The scoreline I'm looking for is this. Favourites, Millwall, should be the guys to win this 2-1, is what I'm saying. Off the board, 2-1, that's what it looks like. A great result for Wrexham would be a 1 apiece. Through the roof, if we can get the win, hey, let's have the 3 points. But keeping it grounded, you're going into a tough place. There's a lot of these matches this season that are going to be going into a tough place. The Den is a tough place. Millwall are a tough team, well organised. Alex Neil has got them ready, 54% as the coach. We're going up against a tough operator with tough operators on the field. We got to get tough. We got to get tough in this one. Got to be organized. Got to be on the ball. Got to have the confidence going. We cannot afford to sit back on this match and expect to get a result, because it won't happen like that. So at the end of the day, get ready for the watch along, because I'm really, really looking forward to a tough match, an enjoyable match where we've got to grind out a result. And I'm sure you're going to see an absolute hell of a match. So get ready for that one. 8 o'clock Mountain Time. Wherever you are in the world, get ready for the watch along. The posting is coming up very soon. Remember, like, subscribe, get in here. And when the watch along comes along, you'll bloody love it, because I can't wait. Last thing I've got to say. The Lions are going to look to score all game long. We have to be brave. We've got to be brave in creation. We've got to be brave in moving forward. But above all, we've got to be brave to get a result. And what I've seen so far this season with the team and how things are gelling, yes, it's slightly on the slow side. But 10 guys, 40% of your squad is the reason why it is slow. But there's no time to panic. You got to keep it together. Enjoy the battles. Enjoy the good. Enjoy the bad. But enjoy it all. And get behind your team. Get ready for Saturday. I know I will. Get ready for this. Get ready for this big watch-along coming, because I am in a situation where I think I'll absolutely be in heaven if we could get something out of this game. But remember, it's going to be a long season. So it's Millwall. It's Wrexham. It's the Den. Let's have it. Cheers.